Namaste, Wholeness Tribe. This is Ruby with Wholeness Balance. All right, so as promised yesterday, I brought you the oracle reading on how to have awareness and healing for your chakras, how to use the oracle to do this process for yourself at home. So today, instead of having them already thrown out, today we're working on the sacral chakra. Today I'm going to pull live so that you can see this process. This here is just to help me with my communication. It is calcite, blue calcite, to help me with my communication. Of course, selenite is here. So, all right, get in my center. Now, I know yesterday I kind of shared on the back end the process of preparing. So what I like to do is I always burn over there, if you see a smoke, that is an incense of sage and palo santo. It's just to keep the energy clear and balanced as I do this process. So it's important to understand that with everything that you clear or come to move energetically, it's going to have a physical purge. I mean, you might get a cold. I mean, those of y'all that understand what comes after you do that inner work, you know to expect. This is just clearing it quantumly and in the energy. It will still purge through your physical experience, through a cold, through cough, something like that. Do a little research on why that is for those of y'all that are curious about that, but it is part of the process in, quantum healing. So, again, what I do is I like to take my breaths, and excuse me, my voice is still, it's still healing. And remember, as I do this, I become one with this energy. I become one with you in the now. There is no time where I am. I'm sitting in the quantum state. So the energy that I bring to this reading is that of wholeness, of oneness, of healing. And at this time, I want to center myself. And I call upon my angels, guides, ascended masters, beings of pure, unconditional love and light, to bring forth the healing that serves myself as well as the collective in oneness that serves us in our greatest and highest good. I ask for the healing of oneness, of love, of infinite love to come through and assist us in healing the sacral chakra through this oracle spread. So, this is how I am here in my oneness so that I can be a pure vessel for this reading. You do not need this part, okay? This is just what I bring for the intention that I'm setting in this reading. My intention is to bring healing to the solar plexus, to myself and everyone involved. So, let us begin. This is going to be a 5-card spread just like yesterday. Go ahead and write them down as we go. And it's basically the same questions of yesterday, but remember, you need to understand to feel, right? You need to feel in order to understand. So, let us begin here. The sacral chakra is all things good in your life. Creativity, seeing the positive in everyone and everything. Nurture of yourself and other are all involved when your chakra is balanced. This spread is meant to find where you need to heal and give support on how to heal those wounds. All right, so let us begin. The deck that I'm using is the Soul's Journey lesson cards. So, first question for the collective. What is the state of your foundation of your emotions and passions in the now? What is the state of our foundation of our emotions and passions in the now, Spirit? And see how I like to notice how sometimes my cards, you see how they kind of spread out? So I feel everything, and I get signatures and words and whatnot, and so I will randomly share things from time to time because it's just my gift. That feels like it's a little all over the place. Like I don't really know, I haven't decided, and a little scattered right now in the sacral as far as who I am and what I'm trying to do. Ooh, that card just flew up. All right, so what is the state of your of your foundation of your emotions and passions? Freedom. I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. Now remember, just like yesterday, whenever I'm doing something like this, while I do get intuitive knowings of what that means, this is created to help you at home do this for yourself, right? So I'm going to use the book because me by myself, doing it for myself, I do use the book to get confirmation. So I'm going to do it the same way I do for myself, and you can just follow along. So that is the answer for what is the state of your foundation of your emotions and passion. So let's find freedom. So the state of your foundation, your emotions, and your passions is freedom. I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. Your soul is open to receiving new wisdom and insights that will allow it to make the right choices for its own growth. Remember, you are never a victim of other people or their circumstances. You have complete control over your own choices. By following your heart and being authentic to yourself, you present the real you to the world. Make decisions based on other people's expectations is not the true path to happiness. You are responsible for creating your own reality. When a soul shifts to a place of honoring itself in its totality, free from judgment, only then will it find its true freedom. Every soul is unique and follows its own path. Don't give in to peer pressure or the urge to fit in. You are the only one who truly knows the real you, so feel free to march to the beat of your own drummer. All right. So, now we move on to question number 2. What in your past do you need to move on from in order to truly connect to yourself and others? So, what is the past? Okay, let me rephrase this. What in your past do you need to move on from in order to truly connect to yourself and others? Blame. Ooh, all right, see? Knocking stuff over. It feels like knocking yourself and other people over with blame. I'm just saying what it feels like. All right, now let me go to blame in the book. So, again, blame is the answer to question number 2. What in your past do you need to move on from in order to truly connect to yourself and others? Blame. I accept responsibility for my well-being. It is so easy to give away the power to transform your life. Certainly, there have been people along your path who have shaped you into who you are today, but you are solely responsible for your own happiness. The ego can be a very fragile thing, and if it comes under fire, the first instinct is to blame an outside force. Victim consciousness weakens the connection that you have to your soul source. The mindset says, I don't have the power inside myself to break free because someone else's power is stronger. This is an illusion. When you believe that someone else is responsible for your problems, that belief is the problem. Personal responsibility can empower you to change your reality. Lasting transformation always begins on the inside and works its way out. There is a difference between a reason and an excuse. A reason is valid and unavoidable. An excuse is an attempt to shift the blame. All right. So let's move on to number 3. What inner needs and desires are not being met? What inner needs and desires are not being met? In the now. What inner needs and desires are not being met? All right. Some of you feel the need or desire of abundance. I am a limitless being. I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. This being what is not being met, this is a lack. Like you feel a lack of abundance. So let me just, again, y'all know I'm very intuitive and I feel everything. So I'm going to randomly spit off things sometimes. All right, so what inner needs and desires are not being met? Abundance. Always remember that you are God, and God is all about creation. God says yes, the ego says no. In order to have abundance in all areas of your life, you must create the space of receiving and know that you are deserving of anything your heart desires. The more you can release limited thinking and worry, the more open you are to receiving the infinite flow of the universe. Allow yourself to have fun when manifesting what you want in life and enjoy the process. By embracing a positive mindset, you are opening the door to unexpected abundance. It is natural to have abundance in your life, and you must realize that any thoughts of limitedness may have come from either a past life or a life condition you have chosen to overcome. They can also originate from programming that you received from the environment you grew up in and the value systems you were taught when you were young. Now is the time to begin to live with the realization that you are worthy of having abundance in every aspect of your life. When you are in the vibration of receiving, you can manifest whatever you desire in this physical reality. So, all of the things that I'm saying, I want you to feel the words. Allow the emotions to come and float. Don't disturb them. Feel all of it. Just witness it. Accept it as truth, because what you do in that space is almost like it shifts. Don't look for it. Just flow. Your consciousness will open up to wanting to understand the why, but only when you accept what is. Okay? So feel the words and everything that comes up as we move through these. Okay? So number 4. What do you need to nourish in order to obtain balance? What do you need to nourish in order to obtain balance? Ugh, that feels like stuck and slow. Fear. Makes sense based on what it felt like. So, we have the card Fear. I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. What do you need to nourish in order to obtain balance? Let me just share something I feel. Fear, to me, is shadow, right? It's like accepting that you have a shadow, that you can be, a jerk sometimes, right? It's accepting that part without judging it, understanding your shadows, accepting them to be a part of you, because there is no light without darkness. All right, so that's just what I'm feeling. Let me go to Fear and read to you what it says from the book. What do you need to nourish in order to obtain balance? I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. The outcome of all choices in life is determined by 2 emotions, fear and love. Your soul is made of the energy of love, and fear is an earthly manifestation of a challenge. To embrace and wallow in fear is to go against your very being. Fear, in its many guises, is the obstacle that your soul uses to test its tenacity to stay on track. For a soul, human life can be very difficult, but acknowledging that your soul's true nature is love will always help you on your path. When fear rears its ugly head, it is really an opportunity for you to stare at it in the eye and turn that doubt into trust. View it as a teacher. What lessons are you learning from these fearful emotions? The more you use the energy of love to diffuse fearful situations, the less often they will present themselves. Amazing. Couldn't be more clear. All right, so let's move to the very last question. Outcome of your sacral chakra if you heed the advice, if you feel everything, if you accept all this to be true for you. Find the emotions and connect the experiences through your visualizations, through your feelings, through synchronicity, right? Whatever way, shape, form, it's different for everybody. Accept only what resonates, leave what doesn't. Outcome of your sacral chakra if you heed this advice. Oops. Oh, that card flew under the table. All right. That just feels a little resistant to me. For some people, you may have some resistance to this. And to each their own. If this is for you, accept it. If it's not, turn off this video, is what I'm feeling guided to say. Because the outcome of your sacral, if you heed this advice, is I feel you will come to peace with the energy of regret within yourself. I know that I cannot change the past. It's like acceptance, forgiveness, all of that, right? All right, so let me read from the book, okay? The outcome of your sacral chakra, if you heed this healing, this awareness, is regret. I know that I cannot change the past. The soul doesn't know time. Time is a construct of the physical dimension. To your soul, there is only one big now. Think of the past as the now that has already been created, and the future as the now that has yet to be created. You don't have the power to uncreate the past, so let it go. Your power of creation lies in your awareness of the present. You have the power to not only create your future, but also create acceptance of your past. You should realize that you are the total summation of every single experience you have had. These experiences have helped shape you into the person you are today. Train yourself not to judge past events as good or bad, but as opportunities. What you have learned from the past that will help enrich your future. What have you learned? Let me rephrase that. What have you learned from the past that will help enrich your future? Ask yourself that. Focusing on the past and letting it dictate the direction of your future is taking your power away from yourself. You are the creator. You hold the power. Reflect on lessons of the past and use your current power to create your bright future. So, this is the spread that I used for my own sacral chakra healing. I highly recommend for anybody that is wanting to do this journey, this inner work on their own. This is how I would do it, or how I have done it, right? This is why I'm sharing this. I'm creating this with the intention to bring this wisdom to my people so that you know you can do this in the privacy of your own home, in your own private way, should you choose. Okay? This is to help you on that journey. I know, because I am very, very private about my journey and have been. And Spirit said it had reason. So now I bring this to you so that you too can use this tool. I hope it brings you wholeness and balance. I send you all love, light, wholeness. Namaste.